Hello everyone. We are together again for another broadcast. The world is moving at a frantic pace these days, with major events unfolding one after another. Normally, I was planning to talk to you about Greenland and the difficult situation Europe finds itself in. While Europe is struggling with Russia's aggression in Ukraine, it suddenly felt a sense of betrayal from the United States. President Trump is determined to acquire Greenland at any cost, leaving many Europeans, especially the Danes, feeling abandoned. There is even talk of European nations, including the British, considering military deployments to the region to prevent an American occupation. However, while the Western world is shaken by these unpredictable policies and China and Russia watch warily, the situation in Iran has reached a boiling point.
Yüksek tansiyon, ciddi. The tension in Iran is escalating rapidly, and it is certain that the death toll has exceeded 500, with some sources claiming it has passed the 1,000 mark. Among the casualties are high-ranking security officials, and some reports even suggest the number of deaths could be in the thousands. Despite the difficulty of obtaining accurate information due to the internet blackout, leaked videos show crowds being fired upon with automatic weapons. A Revolutionary Guard official recently warned on state television that anyone taking to the streets should be prepared to face live fire. With thousands of arrests and streets filled with burning buildings and vehicles, the cities turn into battlegrounds, especially after sunset, as protesters use the darkness to evade surveillance.
Yüksek tansiyon, ciddi. The unrest has spread to almost every province, and the Iranian diaspora is also taking to the streets in major global cities like London and New York. A strange dilemma is emerging among the opposition. While many want the current regime to fall, some are calling for a return to the monarchy, waving flags from before the 1979 revolution. It is a tragic situation, because the revolution in 1979 happened for a reason. The Shah's regime had failed its people. Now, seeing the monarchy as the only alternative is a complicated position for many Iranians. Meanwhile, President Trump is escalating his rhetoric, warning that the U.S. is considering heavy military options if the crackdown continues. While he claims Iran has reached out for negotiations, he continues to coordinate with figures like Marco Rubio and Benjamin Netanyahu on potential intervention strategies.
Yüksek tansiyon, ciddi. The Iranian government, on the other hand, blames foreign powers for the chaos. President Pezeshkian admits that while the protests began for legitimate reasons, such as a failing economy and lack of basic resources, they have been hijacked by agents from the CIA, Mossad, and even ISIS. This foreign involvement allows the regime to justify its brutal response as a matter of national defense. To counter the communications blackout, the U.S. is looking into providing free satellite internet via Elon Musk's Starlink. If this happens, we can expect a much clearer picture of the scale of the conflict to emerge. Regarding a possible American military response, it is unlikely that we will see ground troops. Instead, the focus seems to be on aerial campaigns, similar to the strikes on nuclear sites in mid-2025.
With stealth bombers and precision missiles, the U.S. could target air defenses, command centers, and missile factories. However, such a move is a double-edged sword. It could either weaken the regime or cause the Iranian public to unite under a nationalist sentiment against foreign aggression. It's also important to remember that Iran is not like Venezuela. It is a complex regional power where simply removing a leader could lead to even more intense violence or a protracted civil war. The collapse or fragmentation of Iran would have massive implications for the entire region, especially for neighbors like Turkey and Pakistan. The resulting instability could lead to unprecedented waves of migration, security vacuums, and the rise of ethnic separatist movements.
Since 1979, the Iranian regime has unfortunately created more enemies than friends by focusing on exporting the revolution rather than building domestic prosperity or regional cooperation. Now, the country stands at a crossroads. While world powers like Russia and China watch with concern, and in Russia's case, a surprising silence, the fate of the country hangs in the balance. We hope for a peaceful resolution where the voices of the people are finally heard without further tragedy.